Get ready for another wild ride through Reddit. Today we're exploring our relationship advice with 6 absolutely incredible stories. These posts had everyone talking, and I know you're going to love them. Hit like if you're excited. This story is titled My 26F Father-in-Law 70M said your tits are out to me in the middle of dinner, posted by you/different stress 798. Last night at my husband's birthday dinner, my father-in-law made a comment about my chest while I was posing for a photo with my husband. Exact verbatim, your tits are out. There were 4 other people at the table who awkwardly laughed, including my husband. I brushed it off, not thinking much of it, just feeling a little embarrassed since it was in front of everyone. I brought it up later in the night, and my husband said he was sorry his dad made that comment. And I said no, it's okay, because at the time I was drinking and didn't care. I told my mom though, and she is very upset considering that my father-in-law has a history of making weird, inappropriate comments. Her anger towards it has kind of made me second guess it. And also feel a little upset towards me husband for not sticking up for me in that moment. I'm not sure if I am overreacting by being upset. I think if this was a one-off thing maybe I wouldn't care, but it's not. I also am feeling upset with my husband now for not saying anything in the moment. What would you do in this situation? This story is titled My F23 Husband M26 Didn't Do Anything for My Birthday, posted by you/throwermedium89. This next story will blow your mind. My husband and I have been dating for 3 years now, married for 1. I'm currently 6 months pregnant with our first. Today is my 23rd birthday and I woke up super happy. I spent the morning cleaning up the house and taking out the trash so that I can enjoy the rest of the day. After that, my husband woke up and said happy birthday. No kiss or hug. But I was still happy at that point. I really didn't expect much from him, because he has a history of being an asshole on my birthday. But 2 weeks prior to today he had asked me what I wanted as a gift, anything specific I wanted to do, etc., so I thought this time he would put in some effort. I went to get my hair done, came back home, and asked if he wanted to go to brunch with me. He just said no, he's busy. It hurt, but I took the dog and decided to go. This whole time I am hoping that when I get back, there will be a cake waiting for me, or some flowers, or that he had planned a dinner. I came back from brunch and asked if he wanted to go to the beach with me later. And he just said no, I'm cold. I just said okay and left. I still ended up going with the dog. When I came back, it was already dark outside. He was still just sitting on his laptop scrolling Twitter. I couldn't hold it anymore. I went into the bedroom and started sobbing a bit. I ordered a cake and some candles on DoorDash. And when they arrived, I sang happy birthday to myself and ate it in bed while watching a random movie. The day ended and he still hasn't given me a single kiss or hug. I'm not talking to him much now. And he's confused and saying I'm overreacting and that we can just delay my birthday. It's not like he had a whole year to prepare a flower bouquet and a cake for me. I already haven't felt loved and desired for months, but this was really just the cherry on top. I'm so sick of this. I've never felt more alone than now that I am married and pregnant. What's the solution for this? This story is titled He32M Watching My 32F Dog for Me, posted by you/existing struggle 101. This next tale takes us in a completely different direction. I went away for 7 days on a family trip out of state. And the guy I've been seeing for a year is watching my dog. Our dogs get along great and we go on walks with them frequently. While he was watching my dog, he joked that I'm not paying him. Paying him for a big project that I would pay someone else for has come up on the past for other things. Out of being annoyed, I paid what he asked. He said he Googled what it would be and did a bit less but asked for $350. I also dropped off 3 new toys for the dogs and 2 large bags of treats. When I dropped off my dog along with his regular food, so there aren't any expenses he's paying. Would this be considered a fair price? This story is titled Unable to Carry a Child Naturally. Cannot afford a surrogate and under pressure 31F, 32M, posted by you/surroundlanky. This next story will blow your mind. Before I met my boyfriend, he went through a very complicated situation with his ex-wife. She had a miscarriage or an abortion. But he was never sure if the baby was his because she had been cheating. Another man even showed up at the hospital while it was happening and handed my boyfriend a box of condoms with a note telling him to tell his wife to use them next time. Later on, he got a tattoo with the date of that pregnancy loss and even built his business around that same date. When we started dating, I already had a 6-year-old daughter. Our relationship was okay, but I often felt like I was competing with his past, because he would talk about his marriage to his ex as if it had been perfect. I also felt a lot of pressure to have a baby with him. I did want another child, so I started tracking my ovulation and drinking fertility teas. Eventually, I did get pregnant, but I had a very traumatic miscarriage on Christmas Day. I lost so much blood that it scared me. Around that same time, I had found a lump in my breast. I put off my mammogram because I thought the lump had something to do with the pregnancy. When the breast cancer center called to ask why I missed the appointment, I explained that I had been pregnant. They rescheduled me, and that is when I found out I had breast cancer. All of this happened one after the other. The miscarriage, the cancer diagnosis, and before starting treatment. I had the option to create embryos, so I did. It was expensive, even with insurance helping. Now, 3 years later, things have changed even more. I found out I carry the BRCA2 gene, and I had to have my ovaries removed. My doctors told me it is not safe for me to carry a pregnancy. The only way to use my embryos would be through surrogacy. But the cost is around $100,000, and that is something we simply cannot afford. This past weekend, we were with my family, including my 2 baby nieces. My boyfriend kept talking about how hard it is for him to be around children who would be the same age as the one he lost. He also told me that I get to come home and hear someone call me mom, but he may never get the chance to hear someone call him dad. I am sharing all of this because I am looking for advice on how to deal with these emotions, what this means for our relationship, and how to handle the pressure and sadness we both feel about having a child. How would you navigate this situation? This story is titled Boyfriend, 22M, keeps pushing for his best friend to live with us. I, 24F, said no, and now we might live separately? Need outside perspective, posted by you/stalking dead scene. Let's dive into another shocking story. This story is titled I, F32, came home to my husband, 26M, who left our son in the same diaper for 7 hours. Is that normal? Posted by you/Throwater. And now for our final story of today. I, F32, am 9 months pregnant, have a 1-year-old toddler. My partner, M26, is the main provider of the house. But I decided to work today since it's my business, and I don't want to lose my clients. I have a small cleaning company that I do time to time, and have a few employees. Today my husband was watching our son as he agreed even though he didn't want me going to work. Fast forward, I came home around 4:30 p.m. The house was a mess, which I didn't say anything to him about it. Our son's diaper wasn't changed since I changed it this morning before I left, 9:30 a.m. When I arrived, my husband went back to sleep because he was so tired. I continued to clean up the kitchen, living room, feed my baby, and do laundry. I, myself, still didn't eat or shower. My partner husband left around 6 p.m. for work. By 8:30 p.m. I was getting the baby ready for bedtime and noticed 6-7 water bottles on the bed. I guess they were playing with them during the day. For some reason I snapped and threw everything on the ground, put the baby to bed, and went down to the basement to call him and scream. I couldn't stop screaming to the point I lost my voice. It's not about the water bottles on the bed. It's about the mess that's always left for me to clean while he sleeps all day. It's about him not helping me when he sees things on the floor and walks right by it. And it's about him not taking proper care of our son while I'm pregnant. I can't imagine what will happen when I give birth. I understand that men don't clean and change diapers, but should he at least feel bad that I'm exhausted and so drained I can't even shower or wash my face sometimes. And on top of that, I have extreme lower back pain. Anyways, after my screaming, I texted him saying I never want to speak to him again or have any conversation. I'm done putting my 100% in this house and marriage, and am putting 1% in paying the rent. I'm not sure if I'm overreacting or if it's just my pregnancy emotions kicking in. But we have been fighting about these things for months now, and I don't see better change, just worse. That wraps up today's incredible Reddit stories compilation. If you enjoyed these amazing tales, hit like and subscribe for more daily content. What was your favorite story? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.